if I'm not that person, then who am I? If I'm not all of the identities that have been created in my life through all the roles that I've had, then who am I? And that's a beautiful, powerful question for us to stand in at this point in our lives, and a deeply spiritual question. And so the workshop really begins with unpacking our conditioning, our values, guiding principles and beliefs, and moves towards the question of who am I? And it's really all about trusting the feminine and that feminine voice and intuition that we all have access to, but we don't always know to listen to it. And we can't distinguish between the mind, the voice of the mind, and the voice of the feminine. We all have a conditioning as a way of surviving in our families of origin and in the society and cultures that we grow up in. We have to learn ways of surviving that and thriving. And that doesn't always serve us as adults. We get to see where we've had to protect ourselves. And once we see that, we get to be in choice about how we move forward in our lives, especially for women over 50. I have 4 sons and 3 brothers. There's been a longing in me for my whole life to be around women. And I love working with women. I love the vulnerability that we have access to faster than men typically. And I just love mostly the mirroring that happens when I sit in a circle with women. We get to see parts of ourselves in each other that can be hard to find by ourselves. It's almost like soul retrieval. We find bits of ourselves in other women's stories. I love the coherence that happens in a group. There is a magic, and I don't really know how to say it other than that. There's an energetic field that gets created when women with intention come together with curiosity about themselves and their future, and being able to help them tease that out is such a gift to me. And I always find parts of myself in other women. So every time I work in a group, I grow myself. And there was a moment when I was in a retreat and I was with another woman who was in tears about leaving and going back to her home. And I asked her why she was crying, and she said, because, and she listed all of the obligations that she had that were all volunteer. And I said, why is that so sad for you? She said, I do it to show that I have worth. And in that moment, I made a decision. I will do anything I can in my life now so that women don't feel like they have to prove their value. There's no question about it that 40 years of holding groups and 30 years of holding groups of women and all of the many, many years of personal and spiritual development I've done myself, all of that comes together that allows me to step out of the way. I work best with women who have been on a little bit of a journey themselves. So they're not starting out fresh, women who have done some personal development work, some therapy, some self-help work. That comes in so many different packages, but that they've done some inquiry so that when they get to me, they have had some insights into themselves. I love the light bulbs that come on for women. I love when they see something about themselves that they hadn't seen before, they didn't have language for. It's a fantastically altering moment for them. They can completely get their lives in that moment. And so it's the waking up, the deep insight. It's the deep insights that they have into themselves that they're ready for it the moment that it comes. And I can see it landing in their bodies.